I really want to emphasize email marketing. And I'm not pointing this fork at you to poke you in the face, but I really want to emphasize email marketing. Like, that's one of the most potent traffic sources that you can ever practice. Like, once you start building your list and once you start sending out emails into your campaigns and stuff of that nature, it's a whole lot easier for you to kind of grow and do things because of the simple fact that you're sending out email to people. Like, and the more emails you send out to people, the more results you're gonna get, and that involves in the more conversions. But one thing I could say that people forget, or affiliates forget, is to apply email marketing. In my opinion, it's one of the best platforms to do. Because with email marketing, not only that, you don't have to spend money on traffic. And when I say you don't have to spend money on traffic, you really don't have to spend money on traffic. So let's say you have a list of like 10,000 people, which is pretty easy to build. And I will show you guys how to build these lists up. You have that list, and let's say you have a 40% open rate on that list. That's 4,000 people that's reading what you have to say. That's a lot of people. Now let's go back into our conversion rate. And like I said before, the average conversion rate is going to average around 1 to 3%. You have, let's say 40% of that is opening email. That's 4,000, obviously. And you say 1 to 3% of that is converting, but let's even dive down deeper and say clicks. So the people that actually open the email and click on a link in the email, there's a higher intent than the people that just open the email and don't click on anything. So let's say the intent is high for those people out of that 4,000. And let's say you have a 30% click-through rate on that. So we already got a 40% open rate. Now we have a 30% click-through rate on the email that's open. So you're gonna take 4,000 and multiply that times 0.3, all right? And from there, you should see, just going off the top of my head, that'll be like around 1,500 clicks or something like that. Or at least 1,000 for sure. But 1,000 to 1,500 clicks is what's that averaging. So if you can average around that amount of people clicking on the link, then basically your conversion rate is gonna be there, especially 1,500, you have a 3% conversion rate. That still should be at least 30 sales. You remember how I said before, all right, your sales is gonna balance out based on the conversion rate. On a good offer and the funnel is good, you're gonna have a minimum of 1 to 3 conversion rate. But other than that, initially, it's just basically building that list, because now you don't have to actually go pay Facebook for traffic. You don't have to go pay TikTok for traffic. You don't have to pay these traffic networks for traffic, because you have your own traffic. And if you could do it correctly, you could set up your own autoresponder software and just have these clicks flowing in organically themselves. That's another thing that you can practice. But email marketing is owning your traffic. That's your point of contact with someone that's intrigued with what you have to offer. That's you talking to someone directly. That's you contacting someone directly to an email. And so a lot of people underestimate the power of email marketing, but I emphasized the power of email marketing. I actually emphasize email marketing far more than I emphasize running ads on TikTok or something like that, or Google. Even if you're doing that, what I personally implement nowadays is every time I send traffic from Google or Facebook heavily, I practice this heavily on Facebook, I will actually collect that person's lead, name, email, and then send them over to the website that I'm actually sending them to. The beautiful thing about Facebook is they allow you to actually do these things called lead forms. And with lead form ads, you can actually go ahead and still send people straight to a website. But on top of that, when they click on the ad, it's going to pop up a form and it's going to ask for all their details, and it's going to go straight into your list. So you can literally build a list off these traffic platforms and send them straight to, whatever offer or product you have. But on the flip side of that, what that gives us the ability to do is we can then continuously email them over and over again, so they can actually still see our emails. Remember, I said there's 5 types of buyers. You want to continuously email them, but that's one major thing that we can emphasize with that there. All right, so that's email marketing. Trust me, it's a big factor into this campaign success. We don't just want to set up the traffic. We just don't want to set up the blog. We actually want to be able to contact these people over and over and over again. because that's how we're gonna actually have traffic coming in. That's how traffic is actually gonna grow. And that's how we're gonna get better results, you see? So yeah, practice email marketing is heavily encouraged. Email marketing. And then another thing I'm gonna say before I cut this video off is don't go with simple softwares like GetResponse, Aweber, Constant Contact, stuff like that. Anything that's very broad on email marketing, I would really not recommend going or using those softwares, because of the simple fact that a lot of the times those softwares are using domains that to send out your emails that have currently been banned, or is other networks isn't trusting those. But let's say if you're using your domain, this is a more technical side. This is for you guys that build sites. Let's say you're using a domain that is that's a fresh domain, is a good domain, and its SSL certificate is on the domain, so you have a HTTPS protocol on the domain. That's going to be more safer, but you want the software that you're sending emails out from not to send emails out from their domain, but rather yours. And the reason you want that is because when people go to your email, which you actually need your personal email attached to your domain and to be sending out emails from your email and your domain. Once you have that going, then it's a far less low risk of your domains and your emails hitting the spam box. And that's what we want to avoid. That's why software such as GetResponse, or MailChimp, or stuff of that nature, or Aweber, they have such low open rate, because a lot of the people are using this same rehashing domains, and a lot of people already opted in on those lists multiple times. So what I'm saying with that is, there's a software I'm actually going to mention. I'm going to go ahead and tell you. I was going to keep it a secret. It's called Sendinblue. Open rate is phenomenal. I've been getting anywhere between 40 to 50% open rate. I remember my highest day is I took a list, I uploaded, I always mention this, I upload this list onto GetResponse, open rate was like 15%. I took the same list, upload the same list into Sendinblue, and I've had a 40% open rate. Difference? Not really too much of a difference. Now, what I could say, I should have got some groups. What I could say is initially this. Same list, different softwares. That's the difference. Same list, different softwares. What was it? GetResponse, I spend money on GetResponse, fail. Sendinblue, increasing conversions. So a lot of the times it's not necessarily the wordplay or something, but a lot of technicality. So what I'm saying is there's a whole lot of moving parts when it comes into the campaign success. Email marketing is just one of those things that you need to be practicing on a daily basis there.